is the temperature of this system by 1 degree Celsius. How much heat is supplied to the system is called heat capacity. The minimum amount of heat is required for a system to rise its temperature by 1 degree Celsius, and that is called heat capacity of the system. Okay, students, write down definition of heat capacity. The amount of heat is required for a system, for a substance to increase its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. So heat capacity is a extensive property. For 1 mole of carbon dioxide, for 2 moles of carbon dioxide to increase 1 degree Celsius, definitely the heat supplied also different. So heat capacity is an extensive property. Definition of heat capacity and representation, equation representation, heat capacity equal to dq, change in heat, how much supplied, the amount of heat, by mass into mass of the substance into dt, change in temperature. Student, this is the formula for heat capacity, where C is heat capacity, dq is heat, dt is T2 minus T1, final temperature minus initial temperature, where m is mass of the substance. I think this kind of formula you already studied in 10th class or 9th class. Maybe. Students completed. Where m is 1. Now my question is, specific heat capacity, is it intensive property or extensive property? Yes, Aditya, very good. Shashank, very good. Likit Naidu, Rohit, very good, all of you. Specific heat capacity is an intensive property, because I already mentioned for 1 gram. If you take 1 gram of carbon dioxide anywhere the heat capacity is same. Different substances have different specific heat capacities. For a particular substance, the heat capacity is always same, because for 1 gram we are not changing mass. Got it? Next, molar heat capacity. Next, molar heat capacity, it is represented with Cm. What is molar heat capacity? The amount of heat is required for 1 mole of 1 mole of substance to increase its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. So molar heat capacity Cm, molar heat capacity Cm equal to dq by dt. Students, for molar heat capacity, here we can consider number of moles. Number of moles, so m value 1, when number of moles 1, so equation dq by dt. Just completed. Again, we are saying 1 mole. 1 mole means the weight also constant here. So molar heat capacity also intensive property, very, very important. Omkar, I'm giving this is for understanding purpose. Okay. That's why the symbol is also different. Cm where C. It is not C. If it is C, specific heat capacity or heat capacity. Cm, molar heat capacity. Okay. Next. Molar heat capacity at constant volume. If you keep volume of system is constant, if you want to raise the temperature by 1 degree, then what is the equation? Cm, molar heat capacity, equal to dq by dt. According to first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. At constant volume, we already studied work done equal to 0 because PV equal to 0. So equation we can write delta U equal to Q. Students, when at constant volume, the supplied heat energy utilizes for internal energy. So simply in place of dq, now it is Cm changes to Cv because it is constant volume equal to du by dt. This is the equation at constant volume, where Cv is called molar heat capacity at constant volume. Now, what we have to understand from this, at constant volume, the supplied heat energy is completely utilized for increasing its internal energy. If internal energy increases, automatically temperature also increases, because internal energy is a function of temperature. Students completed? Okay. Next, molar heat capacity at constant pressure. If you keep pressure is constant, you want to increase temperature of the system by 1 degree by supplying heat. Equation molar heat capacity equal to dq by dt. At constant pressure, first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. Constant pressure is a isobaric process indirectly. In isobaric process, we derived one formula, delta Q equal to delta H. Q equal to delta H, enthalpy. So this equation is modified as a CP, where CP is molar heat capacity at constant pressure equal to dH by dt. dH by dt. So at constant pressure, whatever energy you are giving to the system utilizes to increase its enthalpy. Enthalpy also temperature function. Enthalpy increases, temperature also increases. Students completed. Okay. Next, relationship between CP and CV. Relationship between CP and CV. It is 4 marks question for public exam. 4 marks question. Enthalpy formula. Enthalpy formula is H equal to U plus PV. Am I correct? H equal to U plus PV. Students, let us consider for ideal gas. For ideal gas, PV equal to nRT. 1 mole of ideal gas, PV equal to RT. So in substitute RT, so equation H equal to U plus RT. Differentiate with respect to temperature. Now dt equal to du by dt plus R. T by dt, yes, it is 1. dH by dt is Cp. Du by dt equal to Cv plus R. So finally, the relationship between Cp and Cv, Cp minus Cv equal to gas constant. Cp minus Cv equal to R. That is the relationship between Cp and Cv. So in exam, the question is define molar heat capacity and derive relationship between Cp and Cv. 4 marks question. Yes, completed. By seeing this equation, Cp minus Cv equal to R, very, very important equation. If you observe, Cp equal to Cv plus R. So definitely, always for any system, Cp is greater than Cv. For any system, because of that equation, Cp always greater than Cv. My question, why? So my question is, you are supplying heat energy for 1 mole to raise its temperature by 1 degree. You are keeping pressure is constant. At that time, the supplied heat energy is more. Where volume is constant, the supplied heat energy is compared to CP very low. Why? What is the reason? Students, I'll give 1 minute time in case if you have any idea, and please answer it. Just think about it. Vikrant, okay. Right. Okay, students. Why always CP is greater than CV? Yes, so Yuvatej, explain. Okay, right. Students, reason is coming to CV, we are keeping volume is constant. Okay, fine. In a container, this container contains frictionless piston. In this, 1 mole of carbon dioxide is present. You should keep volume is constant. You should not change volume. Okay. So by supplying heat energy to the this 1 mole of carbon dioxide, completely utilized for the increasing its temperature. You can understand, students, here, while passing some heat energy, carbon dioxide kinetic energies increases. Kinetic energies increases, definitely they exert pressure on these walls of the container and the frictionless piston. But the problem is volume should be constant. So volume should be constant, pressure increases inside, pressure increases, but no use. Volume should be constant, so indirectly pressure increases. Finally, pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Temperature increases, no problem. Whereas CP, same kind of system, we are keeping same kind of system. Let's say it is a V initial. Here pressure is constant. We are supplying heat to the 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So kinetic energies increases. When kinetic energies increases, definitely they exert high pressure on walls of the container. Carbon dioxide hit this piston, frictionless piston with high pressure. But the problem, you should keep pressure is constant. How the system can keep pressure is constant? By increasing its volume. When volume of the system increases, the pressure will be decreases. So indirectly the system can keep pressure is constant by doing some mechanical work. So the problem is here, the passing heat energy utilized for doing some work and also using for increasing temperature. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒకే ఒక్క జరుగుతుంది, అంటే టెంపరేచర్ ఒక్కనే ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ సిస్టమ్ యూటిలైజింగ్ దట్ హీట్ ఫర్ వర్క్ డన్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ టెంపరేచర్. దట్స్ వై సిపి ఆల్వేస్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ సివి. స్టూడెంట్స్ అండర్స్టూడ్? అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన హీట్ ఎనర్జీ సిస్టమ్ ఎటువంటి వర్క్ చేయకుండా ఓన్లీ టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకుంటుంది. సో తక్కువ ఎనర్జీతోనే టెంపరేచర్ రైజ్ అవుతుంది. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, సిస్టమ్ అనేది ప్రెషర్ కాన్స్టెంట్ చేయడానికి వాల్యూమ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకుంటుంది. సో వాల్యూమ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే ఏంటి? వర్క్ జరుగుతుంది. మెకానికల్ వర్క్. అంటే సమ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ ఎనర్జీ వర్క్‌గా కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది. తర్వాత ఏమవుతుంది? టెంపరేచర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తుంది. సో డెఫినైట్‌లీ నువ్వు ఎక్కువ హీట్ పాస్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ. కంపేర్ టు కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూమ్. స్టూడెంట్స్ గాట్ ఇట్? ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్. Karthik, Karthik, are you there, Karthik? I didn't understand what is DT is less than DVDs. I didn't get it. Karthik, Karthik, what is the meaning of DT is less than DVD? What is DVD? Okay, so write down students. In case of at constant volume, okay, Karthik, fine. In case of constant volume, the supplied heat energy is completely utilized for increasing temperature. Since no work done, no mechanical work, in case of constant volume. But at constant pressure, the supplied heat energy utilized for doing mechanical work to keep pressure is constant and increasing temperature. So that's why CP always greater than CV. Mechanical work, students, not mechanic. Mechanical work. Students completed. So please read heat capacity to this point. I'll give 2 minutes time. Please read properly all the things. You need to understand what is heat capacity, specific heat capacity, molar heat capacity at constant volume, at constant pressure, equation. In case if you have any doubt, students, you can ask. Take 2 minutes time. Read all the things. Okay. Students, any doubt? Next. Vikrant, what is mechanical? Mechanical means so force into displacement. That is the mechanical work. That force into displacement we converted into our chemical terminology, because we are doing experiments in a particular vessel, so volume increases, decreases. With help of that we can understand whether work done or not. So that is, we converted that mechanical work force into displacement as a P into dV. Okay. So next, students, very important, work done, work done in isothermal reversible work done in isothermal reversible expansion or compression of an ideal gas. So very important, isothermal process. First thing, isothermal process. You know already isothermal process dt equal to 0. Temperature is constant, dt equal to 0. Reversible process. Opposing force and driving force almost equal. Okay. Isothermal, reversible, expansion, compression. In a frictionless piston containing cylinder, let us consider some amount of gas, or we are doing experiment in this. It is initial volume, it is final volume. So by releasing some gases, the released gases pushed that piston into V final. So question is, what is expansion, work done in expansion? In case work done on system, the piston moving into lower side, so that is compression. Let us consider this gas is a ideal gas. Okay. Work done formula equal to minus P external into dV. This is the formula, we know that. Students, I am saying it is a reversible process. What is reversible? At any time, if you change little, very little change, the process is reversed. I already explained in a reversible process. So you can take P external almost equal to P internal. Am I correct? So P external, P internal almost similar. That's why the process may be reversed if you change little change. Okay. So work done equal to minus P internal dV. What is dV? dV is V2 minus V1. According to ideal gas equation, PV equal to nRT. PV equal to nRT. So in place of P, can I write nRT by V? P equal to nRT by. This is P internal. P internal means pressure of the gas. Okay. So I can substitute this P value here. Then equation W equal to minus nRT by V into dV. Minus nRT by V into dV. Students, please note down this because I have no space to write down here because it is a somewhat lengthy derivation. Please write down this. I will explain. I will explain again. Students, here question is, what is the work done in isothermal, reversible, expansion or compression of ideal gas? అంటే ఒక ఐడియల్ గ్యాస్ ని ఐసోథర్మల్ ప్రాసెస్ లో ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ జరిగినా కంప్రెషన్ జరిగినా ఎంత వర్క్ జరిగింది మనకి? సో ఆ వర్క్ కి ఒక ఫార్ములా మనం డెరైవ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇప్పుడు. సో ఎలా అంటే ఐసోథర్మల్ ప్రాసెస్ లో డిటి జీరో, రివర్సల్ అంటే మీకు అర్థం కావాలి. సో వర్క్ డన్ ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ పి ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఇంటూ డివి. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఈక్వేషన్. ఇక్కడ పి ఎక్స్టర్నల్ అండ్ పి ఇంటర్నల్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ సిమిలర్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ రివర్సిబుల్ ప్రాసెస్. సో ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ P external, in place of P external, we can substitute P internal. What is P internal? Ideal gas. PV equal to nRT. So in place of P internal, I can substitute nRT by V. So you can write here dW change in, I mean, Students completed? Okay. So equation is dW equal to minus nRT by V dV. Students, integrate this equation. Work done change in volume from V1 to V2. So we can write this equation as minus nRT integrate P V1 to V2 dV by V. Integral dV W equal to, it is W reversible. You have to specify here W reversible minus nRT integration dV by V log V. Am I correct? So log V V1 to V2. Next, minus nRT log V2 minus log V1. So we can write nRT log V2 by V1. Students, this is the equation of work done in a reversible process minus nRT log V2 by V1. Very, very important equation, students. In expansion, V2 greater than V1. That's why work done is negative. So V2 greater than V1 expansion, it is a reversible expansion. Then work done value is negative. V1 greater than V2 in compression. So minus plus. That's why work done in compression positive. You can understand now. Expansion is work done by the system. That's why negative. Compression work done on system. That's why positive. So students, very important equation. Work done in reversible process minus nRT log V2 by V1, where R is gas constant, temperature in Kelvin, N number of moles, V2 final volume, V1 initial volume. Understood?